Redirecting a distracted audience, bad timing and outside influences can derail the attention span of an executive audience. I clearly remember a very distracted executive who excused themselves several times during a meeting. Later, I learned that the company's stock had plummeted, and he was getting calls from irate board members. Let me share with you some scenarios related to common distractions and ways to mitigate them. Technology distractions. When executives' eyes are cast down on their phone, or obviously they're checking email, you have no idea of whether or not they're paying any attention to your message. If this hasn't happened to you yet, it will. So don't take it personally. When you begin losing your audience's attention, engage directly with your slides. Move or point to the screen and highlight to what's most important. Or comment by saying something like, "If we look at these key findings." Or maybe say, "As you can see, the sales trends indicate." Alter your intonation to get their attention rather than speaking louder or changing your tempo. It's also important to find out how your executives tend to behave in a presentation, so you're not caught off guard. If you've heard that the CFO hardly ever maintains eye contact in meetings, you won't take it personally. Just focus on others in the group. Side conversations. Here's a common scene. The speaker says something that sparks a side conversation or a texting dialogue among the executives. The best thing to do is to pause and in a relaxed and pleasant tone, say something like this: "Should I proceed?" Or "Is this a good place to have a discussion?" Or, "I see this has brought up some thoughts. Should I pause for a minute?" In both cases, you're showing a deference to authority by being diplomatic and tactfully asking the conversing executives to decide whether or not you should stop. The question is, what do you do if the side conversation turns into a heated argument? As a designated speaker, you need to regain control while keeping your poise. And one option is to redirect by circling back to the main theme. You could say, "I'm glad to see you both feel deeply about this. Is it okay to get back on topic? Should I continue with the analysis?" Another option is to let them decide. "I can see you both have strong ideas about this. Perhaps I should end here. Maybe we can revisit this later." Notice that in both examples, you're asking permission and not assuming the direction for the group. Personal agenda. Out of all the distractions, this one is the toughest. When one of the executives comes in with their own pet idea, they'll take issue with you. They'll comment repeatedly and they may monopolize the Q&A. Now, if it's the CEO or another high-level executive doing this, there's little you can do to keep your presentation from being hijacked. You'll have to take their seniority into account to decide how far you want to go. Maybe you can say something like this: "That's an important consideration, but isn't the goal of this meeting to review?" And you can keep talking. This is the scenario where it's helpful to have allies in the group. Someone who knows the interrupter better can do the redirecting for you. Know it's inevitable that executive audiences will be distracted from time to time. While it may be unwise to try too hard to pull the CEO back into your presentation, you can prepare for and effectively manage many of these distractions to get your point across.